Hey, I'm Jess.
I'm stone free, punching you like a comet.
And thank you for watching. We will be reviewing Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812. Why don't you summarize this for us?
Spoilers. It's about a cool guy named Pierre who's like real grounded, and he's just kind of watching as these kids, being like Natasha and Anatole, kind of get into this little love affair while his good bro is getting cucked the entire time while he's off in war. And things go wrong, and things are eventually resolved with the Great Comet of 1812.
It is nice that they do kind of spell out the characters for you in a simple way, so you know the characters like going in. Like, Balaga is fun.
Balunsky is crazy.
Mary is plain.
Dolokhov is fierce.
Helene is a slut.
Anatole is hot.
Maria is old school.
Sonia is good.
Natasha is young.
And Andre isn't here.
Kyle is the best.
Jess is gay.
Armrest is purple.
It's very simple, but even though they tell you, they still do add to their character. Like, there is development in these characters. Pierre's the best.
Good, he's best boy.
Pierre's best boy, while Jack Frost is best girl.
I feel like what makes him good is not really his development. It's more that you understand him and that he's very relatable in the fact that he doesn't want to be complacent. He wants to get out, but he just kind of can't because he's in a position where he's stuck.
Yeah, it's like a nice little arc there. Like, he's, even though most of his development is outside of the play, he does have a nice arc. He starts in a dark place and ends in a bit of a light place, literally after seeing a giant freaking comet. And Natasha is young.
Ooh, Natasha's great old Romeo and Julieting herself.
Yeah, this girl. Okay. And again, she's a great character, even though I don't like her as a person.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think if you don't like a character as a person,
that
that's
means they're
good.
Yeah, it means they're more human being-ish than like just a caricature or something.
But she doesn't understand the responsibility that she has within herself.
Yeah.
And I feel like in her life, I'm not too sure, but I'm guessing, because it would make sense, especially with her mother, that she didn't make many of the decisions in her life.
No, I feel like,
and that's why
being betrothed to Andre was a family decision. Like, you're gonna do this for the family, and he happened to be handsome and a prince, so she was like, "Yes, I am." So like, but
that's why she holds on to her decision for Anatole so hard, because it's the first decision that she's making. She's like, she learned that maybe because she still holds on to her feelings, but she learns to start thinking about her feelings.
Yes.
Speaking of characters, the audience is a character.
Yeah, that's true. Like, what this play brings is it literally takes the audience and it brings them into the story in so many different ways. Like, they interact with audience members. They give out egg shakers so you're literally playing an instrument with them. Like, it's
the sentiment that counts, but don't expect people to actually
stay on beat with the egg shakers. Jesus. That was...
What's the beat? It goes 1, 2, 3. You mean this?
I've gotten an egg shaker.
I really can't get over the fact that they interact with the audience, because that requires a lot of trust in the audience.
Yes. Oh gosh. And it's like, I don't know, I don't want to say how big the theater is, the Imperial Theater, but like, it's a lot of people, and to hand out shakers and to like, they're the part where, again, they give the person the mail and he went up and gave it to Natasha. They had to keep singing until the guy got up until he wasn't afraid to get up and go actually give it to her. So they kept on beat and kept like egging him on until, and it's like, that's a lot of trust, and that you appreciate that. It's like, we're here
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We can be a part of this.
The medium is the message. Quick summary, or quick takeaway summary. It's the fact that the medium, the means by which you present information, adds to the totality of the message. It won't change the actual information that it's presenting, but the medium will change the overall message.
When we say medium, theater as a medium, it's how everything that went into telling the story that gives off the overall message.
And created a bigger message than just any one. It's bigger than what's the old saying? It's greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah. And that is what this musical is.
Stage looks cool.
It does look really cool. The set design, and oh my gosh. When we walked in there, like, the whole room is
the set.
The whole room is the set. You're in the little restaurant,
Place.
Cafe thing,
Club.
Russia.
Club.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. All together with the cast. It's not a flat stage. It's set with pits in mind for people to sit in, for audience to sit in, and the music people to sit in. So everyone is in one room. Because everything is in one room, and the cast is coming out into the audience, and everyone is all interacting. It's like there's just so much energy in that room that it's something that you have to be there to sit and experience. Before the play even starts, they're like throwing boxes of dumplings out at you, Russian dumplings. And they're delicious. I got one.
I didn't. I was starving the
What?
entire time.
I offered you a Russian dumpling and you didn't want any.
Uh-huh.
That's your fault.
That's what they all said.
But it's like they started off with the ensemble like coming out and talking to you like you're in a freaking restaurant. Like, that's awesome. That sets the atmosphere just like that. That's crazy to me. Like, we're all ew.
Mwah!
Like Louis C.K. Kiss the butthole.
One thing that I thought about the music is that it's not music. It's not like Hamilton music where you'll sit and listen to it in the car and you can just I'll just picture it again in my head, because this is something that if you haven't been there,
if you're not in the room and you're not with that energy, just listening to it is not enough.
But it worked. I'd say that it works once you get used to it.
Yes,
because because I'm used to people actually performing the way they
and showing and not telling. That's usually what you do, but this
decided to go in the
opposite direction, which they tell you and show you at the same time.
See, the thing is, like, they do repeat phrases, but those phrases are
important.
Yeah, they're important phrases, but you can't, because the sentences are so different. It would be nearly impossible to actually
repeat them the same
melody. Therefore, they all different pieces, and they're all different sustained things, and they're all. That took a bit getting used to, but I appreciate it. It's not as if I'd actually, like I said, go back and listen to it.
Yeah, and that's okay. Like the music did its purpose, and it was to help tell the story. And
it told it really well.
And it told it really well, and that's all you need.
On top of the fact that it is also a good story with good characters. They're not afraid to take risks, even if those risks will send you off the deep end. But they all make sense. It isn't just random risks. They're calculated risks. They're risks that they know what they're doing, and they're going to take the risk.
And they're going to try it. And sometimes risk works, and sometimes risk don't. But you appreciate it because they took the time to do these things. That brings us into our cons.
With like two of them.
Yeah, and let's pump your brakes before you think we're about to ream this this amazing musical. And that brings me to the Skechers sneaker commercial. The rave scene, it is just, I couldn't even pay attention that scene because of so much stuff being thrown in your face. It was like the lights were flashing, and they literally tell you before the play there's going to be flashing lights, but not. They should have warned you a little bit more if you have epilepsy.
Don't think that we don't get it. We get it. That's why I say that I empathize with Pierre. That's probably where I began to really empathize with Pierre the most, because I was sitting there going, okay, this is the worst. This is
too much.
It's so much. These kids, these rowdy kids. And that's obviously what Pierre's thinking, because that's too much for him, too.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I get it.
It served its purpose, but it was long, and it hurt my eyes. Again, we appreciate them coming out into the audience and using the whole room as the stage. But sometimes there was so much going on that they were blocking the real action on stage. Like, they have a masquerade party and the people are dancing in front of me and I could not see Pierre. And I was like, get out of my way. There's a point where it's a bit too much. And we need it to be controlled just a little bit more.
Yeah, I'd much rather have too much. I'd much rather have really good, some sections of too much, rather than stagnant. It's real good.
It's real good. It's a spectacle and an experience that needs to be experienced in person. Alright, that's our review. Thanks for watching. And give us a like and subscribe if you liked it, and tell us how much you liked the musical, because you know you did, down in the comment section below.
You could also go to our social media and also talk about how much you love the musical, because we know you did.
Don't lie. We'll see you in a couple.